Hi, I'm Xenobite. I'm also known in the Heroes of New Earth community as Gopo and Kongor. As you're probably aware, Heroes of New Earth is going to be shutting down in June. However, I'm here to tell you that you don't need to worry because Project Kongor is going to be released to the public soon. Project Kongor is a fan-driven project with the aim of allowing players to continue playing Heroes of New Earth matches past the game's end of life. Working on Project Kongor are myself and two other very talented developers that go by the names of Mr. Happy Asthma and Anaconda. That being said, let's have a look. First of all, I will start the solution. As you can see, it doesn't have any front end at the moment, so this is just for development purposes. I'm accessing the endpoints directly. So let's create a user, email string. Okay, that's fine. And I'll create two accounts as well. One account GoPro. And one account Kongor. Right, so now that I've got my two accounts, I will attempt to match them together in a Heroes of New Earth match. I've got a game server running on a separate machine on my network. However, I will be connecting using a public IP. So let's see how that works. I've got a shortcut to my Heroes of New Earth executable that points to my local API. Once Project Kongor goes live, this is all you will need to do. Just change this IP here with whatever IP we will host the project on. So now that I've got my two users, I can log in. Before I click the login button, you should probably be aware of that there is a lot of work still to be done. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that is still in development. And you'll probably still be in development for a while. I don't think everything will be fully perfect once we go to the public, but the aim is to allow players to continue playing games, and we'll continue working on the project while that is happening. Right, so let's log in with the other account. And let's try to match them together in a public match. So we'll create a game, and we don't have any servers. And that is because normally this game server would announce itself. However, we don't have functionality for that at the moment, so I will just manually make the master server aware that that game server exists. So as you're noticing, I'm using a host name rather than an IP address, so I'll be connecting for public connection. Location, Gopo's man cave. I wish. I actually have a wife and kids, so no longer a man cave. Right, so now that the master server is aware of this server, we can try to hit refresh, and here we are. I'll create an all pick match. And once it finishes loading, I should be in a game lobby. There we go. Right, so now let's try to join with the other instance of the client. So normally I would just go to public games and the game would just show up here. However, the functionality that updates the game server status doesn't exist at the moment. And I just realized today that I don't have an endpoint for that either. So I don't have an endpoint to for updating the server status, which should be well, different than one, because now the server is in a status of lobby being hosted. However, it doesn't show up in this list because it thinks that the server is still idle. Right, so we're going to have to connect manually in this instance. So I'm going to open up the console and do connect KONGOR online. Great. Now that both accounts are in the game, let's start. Oh, strong pick. Kane versus Voodoo Jester. Interesting matchup. So now let's look up some server stats. No, this can't be right. Yeah, there we go. This is more like it. There's a bit of lag. My connection is not the greatest at the moment. I'm also on a VPN. So let's try some features. Cool, so now we can actually play the game. I'm not going to play the entire game, but as you can see, the game is fully playable. And that is pretty much the goal for the first phase of the project, just for people to be able to play games and continue having fun. Over the lifetime of the project, we will continue to add new features, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Before I conclude this video, I want again to give massive credits to the other developers, Mr. Happias and Anaconda, who have been doing an amazing job at contributing to this project. And yeah, that's it. Again, I'm Xenoboid, signing out. Happy hunting.